All right. And ladies and gentlemen, the final bit of news here for this morning that we really have is drum roll please. The final little bit of news that we have this morning is watching the disturbing quiet on the set, the dark side of kids TV. This right here, I don't know if you guys have seen this at all lately, but it has been going crazy. It's been flooding my timeline over here on the Twitter. There is a series, there is a series that went out. I don't know how you even watch this series or anything like that. But there's a series that went out called Quiet on Set, which goes over a lot of the Disney stuff and the Disney kids actors. Um, a lot of the Disney kids actors acting in Hollywood for a lot of your shows, iCarly, all that kind of stuff. Goes pretty crazy. And there is one main person here is this. I will continue. And it raises all kinds of questions about Dan Schneider, enabler Brian Robbins, who is currently president of both Nickelodeon and Paramount Pictures. Can't see how Robin escapes this without any consequences. So ultimately, the main thing about this series, again, if you do watch it, be advised there's some pretty wild stuff there. There's some very very wild stuff that happened on these sets, and pretty crazy. And largely, it was influenced by this dude right here, Dan Schneider, who's been going absolutely crazy lately about these episodes. And I saw one this morning of is it Miranda? Is it Miranda Cosgrove? What is it? Is it Miranda Cosgrove? The main actor for iCarly. There was one thing I seen there where it was like they were sitting there talking about something, right? Directing or something like that. And he like went over to her and like she was trying to like get away from him a little bit there. She was kind of like doing some things, trying to get away a little bit. She kind of just brushing it off. He goes over, puts his arm around her, and then puts his arm like around, like right around the front of her. It's like, dude. And then there was some other video, dude. There's some weird stuff. I've seen snippets of it. I haven't watched this yet. I might watch it. I don't know, but it is as time goes on, more and more stuff is going out about this, and it's messed up. It is messed up. You have people like Drake and Josh going out there as well. All that stuff. It's pretty crazy. I loved iCarly, Victorious, Drake and Josh. Yeah, yeah, those are all good shows, but ultimately they were all affected by this guy. This guy was a major part of it, and there was some very weird stuff going on there. So yeah, but this raises concerns because Brian Robbins was a pretty close person to him and basically allowing him and overseeing all the stuff that Dan was doing. And he is the president of both Nickelodeon and Paramount Pictures. So we're going to see what the aftermath of this is. But I do know that kids in Hollywood is like, it's ridiculous, man. Kids in Hollywood is ridiculous. There's a lot of messed up stuff that happens. There really is just a ton of messed up stuff happens in these on these sets and stuff that it's just wild. So yeah, I just figured I would throw that out there, that Nickelodeon Paramount Pictures probably gonna be under fire here. And if you haven't seen it, you're gonna see it eventually. More and more stuff coming out about this called Quiet on Set. um yeah, I mean, there was even I seen a post this morning. I didn't bookmark it, but I seen a post this morning of two of the writers for the show that would listen to Dan while they would write scripts for the show or whatever. Um who apparently they both admitted that like Dan had said some things to them that they thought were very weird, and Dan said like just don't mention it, right? Like do not mention it. And it was very weird. Now the question is, well, why don't these people come out earlier? And well, there's a couple different things that could be, it could be thought about of that. Is obviously, the always the risk of losing your job if you talk up, or if you talk down about your boss. You always have that little risk in the back of your mind of losing your job, which you ultimately don't really want to do. And it is your job to listen to your higher ups here. And Dan Schneider happens to be your higher up, even though you didn't agree with what he did. So yeah, it's a very, very weird stuff going on here, and it's a very messed up series. Again, if you watch it, just just know there's some messed up stuff in there. There's some weird stuff. Yeah, but I figured I'd throw that out there. Nickelodeon and Paramount Plus. Yeesh. Mainly Nickelodeon. Paramount Pictures, but the Nickelodeon, that's a big one though. That's a very big one.